Hey guys, today I'll be testing a good feed income video. This is a request from a friend on the MGC community, so it's been long overdue. Okay, so what I'm going to be testing for is pretty much about how much silver I make using good feed. I will not be counting the fish into the time it takes to make good feed because I've gotten all my fish passively through fishing nodes. Also, I want to say that the meat I'm going to be using is all gathered as well. I gotten 5,000 meat, so that is going to be what we're going to be factoring the amount of batches off of how much meat I've gathered. So the 5,000 meat will give us about 833 batches, so keep that in your heads for the math later on. So the good feed recipe is going to be 6 meat, 4 flour, 3 mineral waters, and 2 dried fish. So roughly that is going to be our recipe that we're working with, folks. I'm gonna get started in the batch pretty soon. What we're going to be doing is calculating the amount of each expense from each resources, as well as calculating the amount of profit we make. It took me about 3 hours to get the meat. It took about 3 hours to get the meat, and so I'm going to be dividing that as well. I personally am not a good feed maker. I prefer to use my meat and flour for other things. Not saying good meat is a bad dish to make, it's just not my cup of tea. But it is profitable, definitely, in my opinion, it's profitable. How profitable? Well, we're about to find out how much money I'm going to make off of this. So, stay tuned, I'm about to get cooking. I'll see you guys when I'm done. Okay guys, we are just about done. So as we finish up our last few crafts, let's just talk about some of the numbers now. Let's go into more details. Okay, so once again, we had 5,000 meats divided by 6 per batch. It gave us 833 batches, and that is the amount of batches used in this video to test it. Same thing for every other ingredient used. We used 833 batches worth of that ingredient. Next, we're going to talk about the prices now. So we made 5,000 meats using this recipe, so we wasted about, not wasted, but we used about 10 million silver in meats. Alright, for flour, we used 3,332 flour times the 500 value it has. We used about 1,666,000 silver. For dried fish, we used 1,666 dried fish with an average value of 2,000 silver, equaling 3,332,000 silver. Now, if you total all those together, we have a total of 14,998,000 silver used in resources. Okay. Now, this is only let me add. This is only for people who are buying the resources that this is actually relevant. But if you gathered it yourself and let the fish come in passively, then this number isn't even important to you. Okay. So I'm gonna put that 14,998,000 to the side, okay? Now in total, guys, we successfully made just about 3,319 good feed. That is worth about 26,552,000 silver. Okay, guys. Now after taxes is worth roughly 22 million, and well, for me, it'll be roughly 22 million. A little bit less for value pack, probably around 18 million. Not sure on that one. But it's worth roughly 22 million after taxes. So we made about $22 million in good feed, boys. Now, what I'm going to do is minus that 22 million, that value after tax, by this, the 14,998,000, which is the market value of all the resources used in making that, and we left with 7,571,200. So that is the money you would have made after tax if you subtract the amount of resources you used to make it in the first place. So this is if you bought. So this 7 million figure is only if you bought everything, and that will be your profit. Okay, guys. Now let me remind you though. Let's go back to gathering it yourself. Okay. I made 26.5 mil in good feeds, right? And that took me 3 hours to gather that much meat. Okay, so I'm gonna divide that by 3. Alright, and that leaves us with Whoops. That leaves us with 8,850,066 silver. So roughly, with the dried fish that came in passively, I've made about 8.8 million per hour using this good feed method, meaning that if I had enough nodes to gather enough dried fish for it to come passively and I actively gathered all my meat, I can make about 8.8 mil per hour. This is not counting hards or sharps. So this is a very profitable setup if you guys are interested in this. If you guys have a good level of gathering as well, very good setup. The reason I'm able to get 5,000 meat, to be completely transparent with you, is because I have a hedgehog now. Before I had the hedgehog, I was making about, I want to say about 800 meat every 30 minutes, I guess. So it wasn't that much. But anyway, this is just a test. So pretty much raw numbers is 26 mil. Okay, total I made with the 5,000 meats. I'm gonna give you guys an 8.8 mil per hour if you have enough nodes to give you enough dried fish. Now, I'm not talking about guys who bought their ingredients. This is strictly if you want to get the ingredients yourself. Keep that in mind. Hope this video was informative. Give you a good idea if you want to set up a good feed empire. Just to let you know though, it is pretty saturated, and the value may go down even further. But it's up to you guys. Me, it's not my type of thing, but it's good money, guys. So, hope this video was informative. See you guys in the next one. It's been Mikers. Peace. Dynamite.